All right. So we are in a motor car, and we are 1, 2, 3, 4, myself 5, going to India if Krishna is kind to us. And we have Chinmoy Prabhu, who is being kind to us and is driving us to the airport on a rainy day in Italy. So we're happy to be with you, where we've started our pilgrimage, and we've been already seeing other devotees off on pilgrimage today, happily. Okay, our broadcast is being live streamed. And Kumkum Devidas is with us. I know where she is. Well, maybe not the exact location. She's in Vila Govinda, and Rupanuga Prabhu with us from an undisclosed location with a false background. That I can tell. Ah, oh, that's not Rupanuga Prabhu. Isn't that Chintamani? Hare Krishna. All right. Anyhow, I'm in a car, so it's a little more difficult for me to see what's going on. Let's begin with our mini Vandanam as Srila Gurudev would do. So we'll chant those 4 verses slowly together. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuttapad Kamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavanscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatam Vitam Tang Sajivam Sarvetam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Deva Shri Radha Krishna Param Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakan Vitam Cha Om Jnanatimmirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Anmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Shri Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna-prema-dhāma-deva Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaura-tuje Namaha Śrī Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivas Adi Shri Gaura-bhakta-vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. All right, so I am fortunate to have the presence here of Paramananda Prabhu and team in Navadip Dham. I assume they're in the temple by the looks of the beautiful color on the wall behind them. So Paramananda Prabhu, please open our Back to Basics today. We're on Facebook, we're on Zoom, and to everyone who's seeing the recorded version also, happy to have you with us. But I may not be able to look at the screen too much because we just had lunch and it's not so comfortable for me to watch the screen too closely. Okay, so Paramananda, please help us out, please.
Dandavas Pranam. Yes, Maharaj, understandable.
You're quiet.
Try to...
You are quiet.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
how
but
about
you're
now?
quiet. Can everybody hear him well? Okay, yes, everyone can hear you well. So we'll just try our best, yeah.
So we're here in Navadvip Dham, and for the last 3 days, including today, we've been observing Mahaprabhu's sannyas pastime. It is not something we celebrate. In fact, it's quite lamentable for true followers of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and especially the residents of the Dham. So we've been reading from Chaitanya Bhagavat, from Chaitanya Charitamrita, and listening to Srila Guru Maharaj. Otherwise, how can we even understand what have happened. I heard so many times before I met with Srila Govinda Maharaj about Mahaprabhu sannyas, but really I had no proper understanding, no clue of what it is and how it was for the residents and what's the meaning of the sannyas of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Srila Guru Maharaj beautifully describes how in the middle of the night, and now it is very chilly in Navadvip. It's a cold season. So Mahaprabhu told this to few, very few. Nityananda Prabhu he knew, Gadadhar, Mukunda, and Chandrasekhar, maybe I'm missing. So they knew, Ramananda Bharati perhaps, something, maybe. They knew about it. And Sachimata, she could feel it is coming, it is going to happen soon. So she was waiting there. She wouldn't move from the steps at the entrance of her house. And then in the midst of the night, Mahaprabhu left. And despite very cold weather, he crossed the Ganges. He swam across the Ganges. And Guru Maharaj points out that he was feeling heat. So he wasn't disturbed by cold weather, but he was feeling heat. One side, it was supplied by the burning fire of separation from Krishna. And on another side, that heat was supplied by intense desire to preach about Krishna to the public. So external and internal reasons for Mahaprabhu's pastime. So in that mood, maddened by love for Krishna, he went to Katwa when he searched for Keshava Bharati. And I'm sure all the devotees have been hearing about this wonderful pastime. A wonderful, no doubt, but also very sad pastime. We've been reading from Chaitanya Bhagavat, where Vrindavan Das Thakur describes, it's actually difficult for us to understand how heartbreaking. In fact, it is described as hellish. They suddenly woke up in a hellish situation, not finding Nimai Pandit in Navadvip. And not only his close associates, but the regular residents of Navadvip. And not just that, those who were against Mahaprabhu, who were criticizing him, seeing the pitiful cries of the residents of Navadvip, finding that they just lost Sri Chaitanya, they just lost Nimai Pandit who went to take sannyas. They also thought, oh, how horrible is our situation. When he was present, we couldn't understand who he is, we couldn't recognize him, and now he's gone. So we are in an even more hellish situation. Now we're deprived of his company. So everyone was heavily affected. And Srila Guru Maharaj composed a beautiful, a series of beautiful verses about Mahaprabhu going to take sannyas. And they're also very heartbreaking. Guru Maharaj can understand, and Guru Maharaj can feel that mood of the residents of the Dham. And I'm pretty sure Madhusudan Maharaj observed Srila Guru Maharaj during these 3 days. And I heard today we went to see Sripad Bhakti Prapan Tirtha Maharaj, so we discussed it a little bit. And he was saying that Guru Maharaj was in a very grave, withdrawn mood. And everyone in the mat would follow Maharaj. The prasadam was very simple, everything was very subdued, and I don't want to say sad situation, but what would you say, Maharaj? What was the mood?
Heartbroken.
Yes,
broken hearted.
Broken heart, yes. That is a perfect description. And today we remembered 2 verses from Sri Papana Jivanamritam composed by Srila Guru Maharaj, among so many other things about this pastime. So I can just read these 2 verses so we can honor Srila Guru Maharaj at the same time. So this is Sri Papana Jivanamritam, verses 16 and 17.
Prema-dhāma-deva-stotram.
Sorry, Prema-dhāma-deva-stotram. verses 16 and 17. I will just read the translation so we can save some time. While showers of tears fell from the eyes of millions, he delighted in having his beautiful hair shaved away. Millions of voices sang the glories of Sri Krishna as Sri Krishna Chaitanya accepted the staff of renunciation. From that time, wherever he went, whomever saw him, in the garment of a sannyasi, cried in grief. I offer my obeisances to that beautiful golden Lord, Gaurāṅga Sundar, the divine form of Krishna-prema. So we heard when the crowds, and this described by Vrindavan Das Thakur, that millions and millions of people showed up from no one knew where, and all gathered in Katwa. And seeing this heartbreaking event, they were threatening Keshava Bharati. They were saying, we're going to destroy your ashram. If you're going to go ahead with this sannyas nonsense, we're going to destroy, demolish your ashram. So we also heard when the barber came and when he saw the beautiful curly hairs of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he broke in tears of it. He refused to shave Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But it was the Lord's order, so finally he submitted to that. And the 17th verse, Sriyatisha Bhaktavesh Ratadesha Charanam Krishna Chaitanyakya Krishna Nama Jiva Taranam Bhava Vipra Mamatta Dhavamana Bhudaram prema-dhāma-devam naumi gaura-sundaram. Newly dressed as a renunciate, the supreme controller of the sannyasis, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, wandered all over the province of West Bengal, purifying the land with the touch of his lotus feet. After accepting the new name, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, the Lord rescued the living entities by offering them a name. Intoxicated with ecstatic emotions erupting from the deepest plains of dedication's mellows, he appeared like a golden mountain as he continuously ran here and there in every direction. I offer my obeisances to that beautiful golden Lord, Gaurāṅga Sundar, the divine form of Krishna-prema. So Guru Maharaj comparing him with the golden mountain. Also, Guru Maharaj sometimes saying that comparing him with the volcano. So that volcano is about to erupt in infinite eruption of divine power. And how wonderful is the name Sri Krishna Chaitanya, which means actually, it's literally translated as Krishna consciousness. So he embodies Krishna consciousness. Having the heart of Srimati Radharani, possessing the heart and halo of Srimati Radharani, who but her can be pronounced as the embodiment of Krishna consciousness. So this is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And now, accepting sannyas, he will preach widely all over the world the glories of Krishna's names. And then, after a few days, accompanied by Nityananda, he will go to Vrindavan. Or so he will think that he is going to Vrindavan, trusting to his closest associate and friend Nityananda. But Nityananda will be taking him in a different direction, arranging along the way, making sure that all the cowherd boys Mahaprabhu will meet on his path will be saying that if he would ask, where is Jimuna, where is Govardhan, where is Vrindavan, they will point him at that. Yes, yes, this way, till he will find himself in the house of Advaita Acharya. And then he will be very astonished. Oh, Advaita Acharya, what are you doing in Vrindavan? How come you're here? And then slowly he will realize, oh, I got tricked by Nityananda. Anyhow, so we've been absorbed in this thoughts and being reading and remembering Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Govinda Maharaj in these days, listening, hearing them, and also reading Chaitanya Bhagavat and Chaitanya Charitamrita. Anything else? Anyone want to add?
Are we waiting for someone to say something else? Ram Sundar Leelamoy,
No, Maharaj.
Krishna-prema. Okay, well, there's a
No, I
lot
have
of
to wait.
silence. I have to wait. Wait for. Anyhow, just scrolling through, okay, we're with our devotee family happily here, but of course we don't know, I don't know who's on Facebook and I don't seeing the recorded version. But happy to be with everyone. And one thing is that Paramananda Prabhu and the team there, they are in that place where Mahaprabhu left from, means Navadip Dham. And it is, as the chapter title in the book Golden Volcano says, it is for the residents of Navadip a tragedy of separation. So it is the mood of Guru Maharaj. Indeed, we witnessed that mood. We were there when Guru Maharaj was in this very introspective mood, maybe on 3 different years. It is quite possible, different times. And although Guru Maharaj was withdrawn, still sometimes give some discussion and talk to the devotees. And it's quite possible that in that Golden Volcano book, it's one of those particular occasions when in that separation mood. And he said that for the residents of Navadip, then this is a great tragedy. But still, for the fallen souls, in other words, for us, it marks a great change, means a great opportunity that Mahaprabhu took sannyas in order to give relief to the fallen souls. And in different ways, Guru Maharaj has described about this, and Gurudev has described, explaining also Guru Maharaj's expression. And he even points out that Vishnu Priya Devi and Sachi Devi, they made a great sacrifice for Hari Nam Sankirtan, so that Mahaprabhu could engage in the Hari Nam Sankirtan, distribution of the holy name as well as tasting for himself. They gave up, they renounced, they left Mahaprabhu. They lived not renounced or gave up in the internal sense, but they were in that separation mood from Mahaprabhu for the rest of their lives. And when we understand some idea of the intensity of the relationships at that time, when we've got Lakshmi Narayan and we've got Vishnu Priya and Mahaprabhu, then this is a very intense bond, and that bondage, that bond between the two then was separated for the purpose of rescuing the fallen soul. So Guru Maharaj explains that they made the greatest sacrifice for the yagya, the Kali Yuga yagya, this age, to enable Harinam Sankirtan. So when the Lord and his dear, most dear with a capital M, I mean very most dear, when they are doing so much and making so much sacrifice for the fallen souls, then we must be reminded that we should not ignore that, and we must be prepared to make some sacrifice too, because it is for the benefit of the fallen souls that these pastimes have taken place. But Navadip Dham, where you are just now, then that is the place where the devotees, the devotee community, Srila Guru Maharaj and those of Srila Guru Maharaj's family, as you like, if you like, of ilk or feather, the feather of Guru Maharaj, headed by Srila Gurudev and his respectable godbrothers, then this is the day that they're very much in separation. And in fact, I think on the web, on scsmat.com, there's an explanation by Sripad Tirtha Maharaj about this Bhakti Prapanatita Maharaj, about there's not an actual mention of the confirmed day and time exactly that he received his sannyas, although it is confirmed the day he left for sannyas. But during these 3 days in the mat, Srila Guru Maharaj established a special austerity, simple living, focus on our service very much, and this separation, the whole function of Mahaprabhu's change of ashram, then that is the focus. And Guru Maharaj was very withdrawn, and naturally, and Gurudev was withdrawn in thinking of Guru Maharaj, and the devotees naturally were in that same environment of, you can say, something, sadness, mixed sadness, and appreciation of Mahaprabhu's gift to the world. Hare Krishna. And I don't know what is the weather today, not that every day we're going to talk about the weather, but in my experience in Navadip, when we wake up not this morning, but the day before yesterday, when Mahaprabhu left, then even before we even realized, this is the day Mahaprabhu swam across the Ganges to go to Katwa, it would feel like the coldest morning of the winter, and really felt cold on this morning, and then on that morning. And then we find out, and this is the morning that Mahaprabhu left, and he swam across the Ganges and then ran in his wet cloth all the way up to Katwa. Then summary of the Leela after that, Paramananda Prabhu just shared with you all. So definitely a day to read the chapter, A Tragedy of Separation, from the Golden Volcano of Divine Love. Hare Krishna. From the back here, we have the Lindbergh back to Vrinda here in the back seat. We've got Jayashree, Devidasi, and her children, who, as when I said, and the children, Munindra said, yes, 1.9 meter tall children. The children are all growing up. So where's Jayashree? Oh, you're in the corner. Would you like to hold it near you so they...
Yes.
And just...
A little car sick.
Well, I'm also... I'm being selfish and passing over
here.
And it's very hot in here.
It is rather warm in here. Well, we're here already feeling like we're heading off on pilgrimage with the Association of Maharaj and Chinmoy Prabhu, the charioteer, bringing us to the airport. Feeling very inspired to hear that the devotees are already in Navadip and everyone is convening there and beginning to have that experience of parikrama on these auspicious days. We're so excited to see whoever's coming, and we're excited to see all these beautiful faces today also. And forgive me, I'm a little car sick, so I'm going to pass along the camera.
Well, Tanushree can just give us a quick summary of the 10 offenses to the Holy Dham. And we've been encouraging everybody this last couple of days to do some preparation for coming to Navadip, and Tanushree, she's been doing that preparation. And so she's going to remind us the 10 offenses of the Dham. First of all, where's Leela Moy Prabhu's face? Yeah, I can only see your right eye. But anyhow,
There's the
just
face.
nod your head, Leela Moy Prabhu. You remember the 10 offenses? Just yes or no. Don't say them.
Yes.
Yes, okay, good enough. All right, Kumkum? Yes, I can see she's nodding her head. We were discussing these just before we left from the ashram. So here's Tanushree, and she knows them off by heart. She's a good student.
Pandava devotees, the 10 offenses to the Holy Dham are: 1, to have contempt or disrespect towards the Guru. 2, to think that the Holy Dham is temporary. 3, to commit violence towards any of the residents of Dham or pilgrims, or to think that they're ordinary or mundane. 4, to perform mundane activities while living in the holy Dham. 5, to earn money or do business in the Dham. 6, to think that the holy Dham belongs to some mundane country or province, like Bengal, or to measure the Dham. 7, to commit sinful acts while in the Dham. 8, to consider Sri Vrindavan and Sri Navadvip different. 9, to blaspheme the Shastras while glorifying the holy Dham. 10, to be faithless and think that the glories of the holy Dham are imaginary. Maharaj.
Okay, well, I thought she was going to give the key words and then expand on them, because we do have key words which help us to be reminded of what they are. So, Srila Mahaprabhu, tell us now, just to prove, give us the key words.
Well, first of all, Lila Moy said he's in disbelief, and he's pretty sure that Tanushi's got some kind of a, little piece of paper hidden somewhere.
You don't think she has a photographic memory?
Well, photographic memory, yeah.
See, faithless. What to do in this world? Okay, tell me the key words, Srila Mahaprabhu.
Okay. Guru, temporary, be aggressive and ordinary, A and B.
Yeah.
Mundane, business, 6, sin. No. Province.
6, A, B, and C. 3 parts.
Yeah. 6, province. Province. Measure the
Come on, you're not meant to hesitate. You're not meant to hesitate. You're already in the holy Dham. Province, demigods, and
measurement. Measure the holy Dham. And 7, sin. 8, I forgot now. Blank.
Don't look at me.
It doesn't count, right? Shastra or faith.
8 is Shastra. Disrespect the scripture.
Okay, Shastra.
And then 9 is easy.
Faith.
8. Okay. Hey, I've got the wrong news from the back of the car here.
Shastra is 9, right?
Yeah, Shastra is 9. So number 8.
Yeah, 8 is oh no.
Vrindavan, to consider Vrindavan and Navadvip different.
And Navadvip. Shastra, and the last one, imaginary, A and B, something.
Faithless. A is faithless and B is imaginary. Anyway, we got there in the end. But we hope that devotees, we ask devotees, try to learn this before arriving in the Dham.
Too late,
so, I know, but it's good for us to revise these things. It is good. And then to remember them constantly and do the opposite. That's the important thing, not just to know these things by name. All right, any question from anybody? In fact, we have Kumkum here. She's been to various holy Dham since she was maybe 16 years old. I don't know, very young at least. And now she's a little over 16. And maybe Kumkum can first share a little either advice or some insight for the Dham. And then devotees, please ask questions.
My dandavat to all of the devotees with so much admiration and also appreciation, because by your going to the Holy Dham, we will also benefit by hearing you with your offenseless attendance and service there. And yes, I was a bit older than 16. In fact, I didn't go to India at all until much later. And I got the grace of Srila Guru Maharaj, we were encouraged to finally go. And only went to Navadvip Dham, except for 1 year I got to also go to Vrindavan and Govardhan. But generally, because I was working full-time to get 2 weeks off, and that includes the travel time, was a great benefit. But even a little bit of time with so much mercy there was unbelievably helpful, and many things which happened which cannot ever be forgotten because they landed in our heart. For instance, first walking through the gate, just the first footstep on the holy dust inside the mat, it was somehow or other given to us that this was not an ordinary place. It was for us to bow down and to try to observe everything and just try to be of some service there, especially the service of paying attention and listening carefully. And we couldn't get too much service. We weren't allowed to go into the kitchen and even to cut vegetables. But we were guided, constantly guided, and that was huge, because otherwise, how do we know how to even sit or walk or take prasadam or anything? How to give honor? That was also something that we learned tremendously. I remember at one evening prasadam serve out, we were served along the long veranda, which had been Srila Guru Maharaj's original downstairs quarters, and there was that one and at that time it was being used as, among other things, for the accounting house, but that's where they would serve us prasadam. And there was one time when the server, a Navadvip Bengali, came along with buckets, 2 big buckets, and a colleague, a friend, came along behind him with a serving spoon and would put it on our plates, but not hastily, with so much consciousness, and nicely put everything on our beautiful giant leaf plates. And I turned to the fellow traveler, a lady sitting beside me, and I said, how do they have so much taste for serving prasadam? Just didn't even realize he could hear me, but that server did hear me, and he began dancing with those 2 big buckets and singing. I had said, I guess they understand something about Vaishnava Seva, which to me was almost like a cliche. I didn't know anything, but I had heard that. And then when he heard me say that, then he began literally dancing with 2 buckets and singing Vaishnava Seva, Vaishnava Seva. So this was very heartwarming, even to have for a short while these examples. And what is it? Where are we? And constantly we can reflect on that for the rest of our life.
Do you recall which devotee that was? I'm guessing, but I don't know. Of course, I don't know who it was.
I remember his face. He was also someone who was in charge of keeping monkeys away. He was a local fellow. And maybe if I heard his name, I would recall. Let's see, in the early 80s, he was probably 20 to 25 years old. But I don't...
It wasn't Jadu Gopal Prabhu?
Could have
Deenabandhu
been.
Prabhu? No, okay. Anyhow, there were lots of sweet devotees. And in fact, that is one of the things in the time of Gurudev and Guru Maharaj, that we would learn that prasadam seva, prasadam is distributed, it's not a buffet or we choose, I want this, I want this. It's given to us on behalf of Krishna and Guru, in fact. And so prasadam seva and serving is an important part, just as honoring is an important part.
Yes.
And by the way, Kumkum, you were allowed to cut vegetables, but not in the kitchen.
I see. It was a
You
little
had an outside area. Outside area,
yes.
yeah.
Yes. Well, I did find one of those very small brooms one time and got to do a lot of service sweeping up after a storm.
Jai.
That was very fulfilling. But of course, one of the main things, we were meeting so many other devotees from all over the world for the first time and hearing so many different people quoting the exact same books which we had just begun reading, like Search for Śrī Krishna, and to see that they were already all over the world. People hovered around them, learning how to have somebody who could interpret them from English to their language, and to see how valued these divine drops of nectar were all over the world. And now people are coming there to hear from Guru Maharaj, and it was like everything coming to life, what had been only in not even printed books sometimes, but transcripts, and or just hearing somebody read some transcripts, but now to hear Srila Guru Maharaj's divine voice and saying these same things, and seeing how extraordinarily conscious he was, constantly thinking of Krishna and offering himself to anyone, and at great difficulty, but not expressing that it was difficult. And also the not seeking any kind of attention, or he was not building up his own group in any way. He was just trying to do service as required of him, out of love for his dear godbrother, Srila Prabhupada, as well as their service to Srila Saraswati Thakur and Thakur Bhakti Vinod and all of them, how much consciousness he had of exactly what was going on, what was behind the scenes of what we had been receiving on a much lighter level for many years. So it was the opportunity to go ever deeper, and because it was so real, it was the most real experience of my life thus far.
Jai. And from Brazil, devotees are coming over. Vrindavaneshri, I haven't seen the list. I saw something a long time ago. But are you are coming over to Jagannath Puri? Question. It's a question.
Yes. I'm going. Dhanavad Gurudev, Dhanavad all devotees. And I have to tell you that my pilgrimage starts a long time ago when I decided, yes, I can go. It could be possible for me to go. But only yesterday, my flight ticket is okay, because since November, so many problems, operating problems with the American, the Air France, so much thing, and I think I'm thinking that it's having an exercise for faith, for believing, for surrender to his way, because so at first I thought with myself in a mood of a prayer, I think, Lord, if I could go to Puri, so it's on your lotus feet. I'm gonna take the yes, I'm gonna take the no in the same way. Let me learn how to be equanimity. So I'm gonna receive the yes or the no. And then the yes start happening. I didn't have money, so I won the flying ticket as a gift. I didn't have money to the hotel, so I won the money from a devotee helping me. And I didn't have money to the insurance travel, so another person came and gave it to me. Things start getting, and okay, I can go. It's my answer. Is everything okay? But then the travel, the tickets, the flight ticket, it started going wrong. Oh, it's not working. I don't know why. The people there, I don't know why, or it's a problem. And then I have to pay again. Just yesterday I have to pay again, but the same flight. Okay, it's everything okay. And in the end, they have another gift for me. Oh, now you have better seats. No free seats. It's better for you. And I think, wow. I sometimes that I start, oh my God, maybe I should not go because it's going wrong. But no. But my faith that I didn't have, it's a proof that I'm so fallen that I start not believing. But now in the end, because now I see, because I put in his lotus feet, better things start happen. And now, okay, now I'm going. It's everything okay. So I'm anxious to see everybody there.
Right. Well, you definitely remind me of Srila Gurudev giving a talk to the devotees, and it's recorded in the book Divine Guidance, where he's saying to the devotees who are on their way to Puri about how he has seen, Gurudev, Srila Govinda Maharaj has seen, that it's not a matter also of money. We can have money, we can have all kinds of things, but if Jagannath doesn't give his permission, we cannot enter within Puri. And he said, I've seen this many times. And Gurudev himself, he off we're going to take the train, but he himself is going to go the next day to Puri. And he's saying to the devotees in that mood also that you are going now to Puri. I do not know if Jagannath will let me in or not, but if he will let me in tomorrow, I will see you in Puri, like this. And so, not assuming anything, always taking the shelter of Jagannath Dev, taking the shelter of Krishna. Jagannath is Krishna. Jagannath, the Lord of the universe. And so, yes, and actually Kumkum was with us, or was with us. She has
She's
quite a
already.
lot of experience in recent times, a lot of experience of trying to get various government paperwork, this paperwork, that paperwork. So many things come up. But she's taken it all also in a similar mood that you were saying, okay, what is your will, dear Lord? We leave it up to you. But she reflected on the fact that whenever she surrendered and didn't fight it, but just accepted and surrendered, then the Lord, by his kindness, he saw that and everything came through. So we are also voting for you, Vrindavaneshwari. We're asking to Jagannath Dev, please be merciful to all the devotees. You know, we started off as just a small group going to go to Puri, and then somehow or another, from small came a little bigger, came middle size, became large, and now quite a lot of devotees, if Jagannath gives his grace, will be collecting together in Jagannath Puri soon. And then, as Kumkum said, we get to meet in person so many who we maybe know from Zoom or from photographs, but who we haven't yet met in person. So it's all time. Hare Krishna. Paramananda Prabhu, I know you, or your question was in the Brazil Zoom. I remember, but I'm in the car can't quite recall what your question. We can cover this in the Brazil Zoom on Sunday.
Gurudev, I do have a question. Very nice timing. Yeah. Maybe he's talking with himself there.
Kish, come.
And for Prashad?
Well, it's time for Prashad.
Now we have one more devotee here, Paramananda Prabhu, being part of the meeting.
Are we frozen or Maharaj?
No, Maharaj is frozen.
Oh, Maharaj.
Yeah. And we are now the speakers.
Hare
Krishna. Jai Paramananda Prabhu ki Jai.
What meeting?
Back to back to basics.
Oh, back to basics. Dandavat to Maharaj is unfrozen. Jai Maharaj.
Jai.
Unfrozen Maharaj ki Jai.
Lila Boy Prabhu have a question, Maharaj. I'm not sure if you heard anything.
Okay, but you're going to have to speak a little loud. But
Okay,
I know it's us and not you. But
so, back to the Mahaprabhu taking some sannyas subject. We know that Mahaprabhu externally, his external reason was to guarantee that he's going to distribute the holy names, and the devotees that are going to receive the holy names were not offensive against him, because he was getting some difficulties in his preaching, more or less like this. I want to know, the question is, what about his internal reason? What was his internal reason to receive sannyas? And he got frozen again. Did you
but
get?
you're frozen.
Yes, Maharaj.
It's all in the perspective. You are frozen. Yeah, well.
So, you want to answer the question?
Well, I guess.
Or you want to leave for the?
Wait for Maharaj to answer for the next BBBC, I guess. Or in person.
So I don't know if you can hear me. We're traveling, which it doesn't make it easy. But if Bimal Krishnabhu would like to share something, we'd like to. We haven't heard from you for a while, Prabhu. I think that I'm frozen.
Dandavat Maharaj, Dandavat devotees. Sorry, I have to be a little quiet. My family's all sleeping, but anyway, happy to be here with you all. Super happy to see the devotees there in the Dham. It's kind of equal part sadness and equal part joy just to see everybody there again, and to see there with Gurudev and Guru Maharaj and in the mat, and really brings a lot of joy to my heart. Lots of memories there. It's funny, I was just thinking how simple things like talking about cutting vegetables, or, I even vividly remember the sannyas days being there at the mat and sitting on Guru Maharaj's Samadhi Mandir and having class, hearing about Mahaprabhu taking sannyas, and just really special days, and thinking cutting vegetables and Kumkum Didi talking about having a small broom. It just takes me back to sitting on Gurudev's stairs at his veranda and just seeing the locals there sweeping the grounds and cutting vegetables. They have their little chunk of wood with a piece of metal, some kind of sharp metal, and they sit there and they'll push the vegetables on them and peel them and cut them. And it's funny how something simple, can bring back so many memories. This beautiful seva, the devotees there, and just thinking of the mat, and just happy to see you all. I am curious. I believe it's Leela Moy's first time there at the Mott, and I'm just curious what it feels like. I'm assuming that you've probably been to Guru Maharaj's veranda and Gurudev's veranda. I'm curious, your personal feelings from being there and just kind of your experience, if you don't mind sharing. But anyway, I wish I was there with you all, and hopefully I am in spirit. And please offer my dandavats to Gurudev and Guru Maharaj and all the devotees there, and hopefully be in your association again someday. But my dandavats to you all.
Okay. Now you put me on the spot. So it was very nice, Bimal Krishna Prabhu, because I don't know, a few days ago we were remembering about you.
Yeah.
Because we had some hard seva to do. I don't remember what. I think it was cleaning some stuff and everything. And you always remember about you. We have you in our hearts eternally now. You're part of our hearts.
Yes.
You have the stamp of the Krishna Priya's best servitor. This is a really high thing. So for me, I don't have really proper vision to see anything. It's really hard to see externally with my bad eyes. I really don't know what happened, what's happening, and what will happen, because the pastimes are eternally. They are really eternally going on here in the Dham. And for me to listen to these amazing stories that Vimal Krishna Prabhu is sharing and all the devotees here, and this is the proper way that I try to capture the things, because to see externally speaking, everything's so beautiful, so magnanimous. Really, everything was, as we hear, everything here in Navadvip was the vision of Srila Govinda Maharaj, was the buildings, how the constructions, how everything is going, was the vision of Srila Govinda Maharaj. And we can see how amazing it is, how undescribable. You have to be here to see how big, how amazing it is. The samadhi of Srila Govinda Maharaj, even his samadhi, the samadhi of Srila Sridhar Maharaj, it's magnanimous, undescribable with words. This is externally speaking, but internally it's even more and more beautiful, because the heart of Sri Chaitanya Saraswati Mat is there. The heart, this is Srila Sridhar Maharaj. Sri Chaitanya Saraswati Mat is Srila Govinda Maharaj and Srila Sridhar Maharaj. And try to see in this way is the proper way. But even like that, I cannot. And that's the reason that we need senior devotees around us all the time to give us the proper vision, to clean our vision and to try to see. And the deities, Śrī Śrī Guru Gaurāṅga Sundar, that we worship, try to worship to the pictures, to the photos that we printed so many years now in Govinda Farm and all over the world. All the devotees, they have the pictures of the deities here. And to have the darshan personally from here, to be here and try to show yourself to the deities. Here, I am here, please give me some mercy. And it's really undescribable, really. It's amazing. And the veranda, we went to the veranda of Srila Govinda Maharaj. We didn't go to the Guru Maharaj yet, because it's locked. The devotees always keeping everything locked, everything tight, and really beautiful. And you can go there and you can feel something, so many pastimes happen there, so many talks, so many nectar through the lotus mouth of Srila Govinda Maharaj. He's giving this to us. And we have so many videos in this veranda, and we can feel that really it's undescribable also. That's the reason that when we went there, we went with Paramananda Prabhu, Keshavananda Prabhu, Krishna-prema, and they were part of this pastimes, these lectures, this daily talking, and they shared some stories, some pastimes with us, and in that way we could feel something. We really tried to understand the proper way, and everything's so beautiful here. The Govinda Kund, Shri Giriraj here also and we are in the guest house. Everything's so big, so amazing, well built for the Westerners, and we have less austerity, and we cannot handle with the the Indian style or the holidom style, and yeah, basically this, more or less this, and yeah, I don't know. Want to share something? If someone else wants to share something, I don't know.
Priya, is this your first time
Prabhu,
as well?
please.
Is this Krishna Priya's first time as well?
No, Viva, no, not.
I didn't think so, but I was curious. Well, maybe Ram could say something.
Okay.
Okay, Ram, sit here.
Yeah, you have to be close, Mike.
It's the first time.
Like the first time, and then leave down your impressions.
Devotees.
Come closer because of the mic. You have to sit here, please.
Well, I'm starting to shut down. We had a very meditative Gundicha Marja day, so we had a very extensive cleaning of the guest house here, getting prepared for all the devotees coming. So most of the devotees coming tomorrow, if not all of them. But anyways, I mean, yes, this is my first time here, and Leela Moy summed it up pretty well too. It's very surreal feeling because in Sri Govinda Farm we have the photo of the deities there and making garland every day for the deity, and of course praying to them for their mercy, and then it's like, oh, here they are. Don't want to say in person, but because it's all transcendental, but yeah, I mean, it's very heavy in another sense, very heavy feeling to be here, and this is the place where Guru Maharaj is in his deep contemplation of all these things, and that's where all these this wealth, as we say all the time, what Sri Chaitanya Saraswati Ma is the wealth from the heart of Srila Guru Maharaj. That's what separates it from everything else. Its exclusiveness is the wealth, and heartfelt. Heartfelt is like almost it's definitely an understatement, you can say. But anyways, that deeply conceived and contemplated and relished heart of Guru Maharaj is, that's all coming out here in this place, which is, very intense, and very fortunate to be here for sure. And these past few days are also even more heavy because they're Mahaprabhu's sannyas-lila remembrance, which is for the residents of Navadvip, the people who reside in the plain, one of the most devastating days that ever, basically. So we've been hearing a lot about that, and I guess I'm duty bound to share the two prema-dhāma-devam verses that are referenced about Mahaprabhu's sannyas, which are 16 and 17. But basically, 16 is Laksha Lochana Shubhasha Harsha Kesha Kartanam Koti Kanta Krishna Kirtanata Danda Dharanam nyāsi-veśa-sarva-deśa-hā-hutāśa-kātaraṁ prema-dhāma-devam naumi gaura-sundaram. And that verse is saying that Mahaprabhu is surrounded by millions of people who are watching his beautiful curling hair being shaven, and Laksha Lochanashu, or that first line, Koti, means millions, and they're all shedding tears profusely watching Mahaprabhu being shaven. And then we hear also that he's already half shaven. Maybe Paramananda already shared all of this, so I might be. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. So anyways, that's the verse, but Paramananda already said everything. And then the second one is Śrī Yatisha Bhaktavesha Radha Desha Charanam Krishna Chaitanyakam Krishna-prema-dhāma-devam Bhava Vibramatma Mata Davamana Buddharam prema-dhāma-devam Nami gaura-sundaram. And I don't know if Paramananda already explained that one, but basically Mahaprabhu is getting the name Śrī Krishna Chaitanya, which is the only befitting name, because there's all the... Did he already say all this too?
Yeah, but we can.
Okay,
we can give a summary.
Then anyways, those are just the verses. And Paramananda already explained everything. So, I'm joining late after I was trying to finish up cleaning and switching rooms. So anyways, I'll stick to being here, I guess. But anyways, Bilamoy summed it up already. It's very, very, very merciful. Navadvip Dham is the most merciful of all the Dhams and most accommodating. And of course, this is the Aparad Bhanjanar pot. So it feels very safe and very home-like, and a very good opportunity to get some good substantial mercy and get our offenses all cleaned up and really try and hone it in, and try and really give ourselves and conceive of all these things, especially because, this is Guru Maharaj's place. So anyways, that's a little bit of a ramble, because I'm starting to shut down too much cleaning today. Too much holy dust.
Jai. So very beautiful. I think we can finish here. I don't know if someone has something to say. Bimal Krishna Prabhu, that's a good answer for your question.
Oh yeah, and Maharaj was telling us one time, one Zoom, someone was also near the Ganga, and they said if you chant a devotee's name while you're taking bath underneath the Ganga, then it's equivalent as that devotee taking bath. So I had to say Bimal Krishna's name. I would say everyone's, but it's quite chilly, the Ganga, so I didn't have so much time. But I had to chant Bimal Krishna's name.
Jai. So, Jai, Shishi Guru Gaurāṅga Sundar Sundar Ki Jai. Jai Shri Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Shri Bhakti Rakshita Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Shrupanuga Gurvaga Ki Jai. Nanta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai. Jai Shrimad Tulasi Devi. Beautiful photo of Tungarasa Didi. Jai Tulasi Devi Ki Jai. Jai all so many devotees Ki Jai. Jai Navadvip Dham Ki Jai. Jai Shri Bhakti Ranjan Madhusudana Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai BBBC Ki Jai. Holy Pilgrimage coming soon Ki Jai. Jai Nitya Gaura Premanande Hari Hari Jai Vanchakalpatarubhisha Kripa Sindhubhya Cha Aditaram Bhavnebhyo Dandava pranams to all of you. See you soon. Hare Krishna.